Welcome back to Just a Bit Offside. I'm Fish.
Get up.
It is our Monday Night Football recap show. 49ers taking on the Cardinals, both of them on the road in Mexico. Mm-hmm. You boys ever been to Mexico?
I heard the field was better this time.
It was.
So that's at least something.
Made improvements on that. The 49ers have been on a heater lately ever since adding Christian McCaffrey to the lineup. Jimmy G's playing well. Mm-hmm. This did not look good for the Cardinals, who were starting Colt McCoy. Mm-hmm. By the way, the name of like a 1940s Western TV show.
Yeah.
Like
Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy.
I'm pretty sure Lee Majors played him in a Western.
I think so.
Yeah.
Colt McCoy at
robbed
quarterback.
a stagecoach and then...
He robbed a stagecoach and then took off into the sunset. Yeah. He had to start. Kyler Murray was out. This didn't look good for the Cardinals to begin with, and it just got started. Like Ayuk with a touchdown early. He ended up with 2 TDs. George Kittle got 2 TDs. So many people giving the 49ers so much crap at the beginning of the season, and they look like they're just turning it on right now.
Yeah, I think the 49ers... I mean, again, the beginning of the season, Kittle was hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
A lot of the defense was hurt.
Yeah, they had so many injuries, and their losses were bad losses. They only have 4 losses.
Yeah.
And their losses, week 1, first game of the season, they lose to the Bears.
I remember that game.
Right?
Yeah.
And then week 3, they lose to the Broncos.
Yeah.
Which...
That's inexplicable because they're horrible.
Nobody knows what that feels like. And then they lose to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I think it was what I wrote down, week 6. So they're losing to not great teams.
Yeah.
And then their 4th loss was to Kansas City, which is fine. That's understandable.
That's understandable.
So that's why they were eating a big bag of at the beginning of the year, because they were losing games that they should have won.
I think the biggest thing too is not enough people are giving Jimmy G enough credit because he's a tall, pretty boy. But the man can throw a football. Like, they wrote him off. They traded up in the draft, San Francisco did, to get Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Trey Lance did not play well in preseason. Jimmy G needed surgery. Trey Lance did not play well in preseason this year, and then he got hurt week 1. So Jimmy was in, and even though we're talking about him being trade bait, they played him, and he's playing good. A lot of people call him a game manager. I saw him thread a pass to Ayuk in this game. It was on the money. I don't think he's just a game manager. And now you add Christian McCaffrey with Deebo Samuel, Ayuk, George Kittle. I mean, come on. The defense is healthy. So this wasn't even close. What was the final score?
I hope next year, when Jimmy G's contract's up, he shoves it right up the tailpipe of those execs and just goes, I'm
pay
cool.
me.
I'm cool, guys. No problem. I want $100 million.
Yeah.
You know?
You're going to have to pay me.
That's it. Give me the cash.
What was the final score?
38-10.
38-10. It wasn't even close.
They called it at halftime.
Mostly, and they were just having burritos and having a good... Kittle was making himself some nachos on the sideline.
Yeah, he had like one of those commando like grills going on.
Gotcha.
It was kind of cool. You know, smoking some meat.
It was a good time. It was a party in Mexico City. They did really good. It wasn't even close. I don't know if we have anything positive to really say about the Cardinals. Colt McCoy, DeAndre Hopkins didn't get a touchdown.
Jimmy G had 228 yards, 4 TDs, no sacks, no interceptions. That's pretty good.
That's a good game.
Colt McCoy, 218 yards, no TDs, interception, 3 sacks.
Not good.
And then some dude named Trace McSorley.
It sounds like, is he Marty McSorley?
I don't even know who that is.
I wasn't even
watching. I watched the beginning of this game and then I was like, meh.
All right.
Trace McSorley came in. And he threw for 59 yards, no interceptions or no sacks.
Wow.
But I don't really know who Trace McSorley is.
I'd not heard of him.
So obviously he's the third-string quarterback.
He'll sorely be missed.
DeAndre Hopkins did have 91 yards, and Greg Dortch.
No TDs, though.
No TDs. No. Greg Dortch had 103 yards. I have no idea who that is.
I don't know the Dortch.
But the 49ers lit it up.
Yeah.
Elijah Mitchell had 59 yards rushing. Deebo Samuels had 37 yards rushing, a TD, and 57 yards receiving.
Yeah.
And, of course, McCaffrey, 39 yards
He didn't have a
rushing,
huge game.
67 receiving, still over 100 yards altogether. And of course, Kittle had 84 yards and 2 TDs.
Yeah.
So, and Brandon Ayuk had 20 yards and 2 TDs. Sorry. That's like bada bing, bada boom. I thought Arizona was going to be a lot better this year. Unfortunately, they're not. They're at the bottom of the division. Actually, no, they're not at the bottom of the division. The Rams are. The Rams are at the bottom of the division.
Yeah, this is the NFC West. With this win and Seattle being on a bye week last week, the 49ers are actually tied and in first place at 6-4 with Seattle. The Cardinals fall to 4-7, and at the basement of the NFC West, the Rams at 3-7. This wasn't even close. Not much more to recap here. It wasn't a crazy barn burner. In our prediction show last week, we both took the 49ers, so there's no change there.
No.
This was really just an absolute beating. The only takeaway is that I think the 49ers have to be feared in the NFC after just dominating now against Colt McCoy. Really, it's like just taking candy from a baby here, but it was a dominant win, and they've been doing that consistently for the last few weeks. So the 49ers are for real. They are going to win that division probably easily. However, we'll see how Seattle does.
Seattle can make some noise.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But you can expect the 49ers to be in the playoffs and make some noise this postseason.
49ers were good before McCaffrey.
Yeah.
They were deep before McCaffrey. McCaffrey just made it.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're so worried about that, you're worried about that rush or him catching in the backfield, then you're leaving amazing weapons open like Ayuk, Kittle, and Deebo Samuel. So
like you got your steak, you got your steak, you got your mushrooms, you got your mashed potatoes, you got everything set up, you got your 3 cheese buttered, you're gonna mix it all in, and then they come over and go, would you like some fresh garlic shrimp for on top of your steak? That's Christian McCaffrey. You're like, yes, put those on the steak. That's Christian McCaffrey. That's the best analogy you could possibly do right there. That's the only way to look at it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So that's our Monday Night Football recap. It was pretty dominant. Not much else to discuss there. Who does each team take on this coming week in Week 12?
The 49ers are playing the Saints.
That's pretty much a win.
Saints are like literally leading the league in turnovers.
Yeah.
At -12, which is awesome.
That's not good.
And where do I have Arizona's playing the Chargers.
Chargers, though that was a really tight game with the Chiefs, Chargers are playing good. You got Dicker the kicker, Justin Herbert. I really love Austin Eckler. So I could see the Chargers pretty much dominating that game too.
Yeah, it's in Arizona, so you never know. But I think that's gonna be a Chargers win. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this bonus segment. We do have our Week 12 prediction show airing today as well, tonight. So make sure you tune in for that, where we make our picks for the week. There are 3 Thanksgiving American football games on for the Thursday.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our prediction show a little early this week. So make sure you tune into that. Check us out on Instagram as well at justabitoffside. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
Peace.